Agent, I need to debrief with Schaefer. Kelso had to go. Said it was safer for us if she's not here.
Safe area detected.
I'll trade anything.
Incoming backup request.
I'm doing something completely, I don't want to say completely dumb. Is that the one I want? Yeah, okay. We're gonna see if we can optimize this. Because it's not the greatest. Oh, I don't have enough. Yeah. All right. So weapon handling, but I think I already have plenty of weapon handling. I think that's kind of what is so special here. Right? No, yeah, weapon handling. So I don't need that. Okay. So let's go back to here. So, tinkering. So instead of weapon handling, we can do. I don't know. You can try it. It's not going to be great. I'm pretty sure of that. What do I want? What do we have here? So I don't want to transfer. I want to optimize. Transfer this one. Transfer this. And then I doubt I can optimize very much anyways. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of damage from the start. I don't feel like I'm going to do a lot of damage. Let's say that. Kind of an all red build, but so last night after I got done streaming, I got recommended a stream, which I thought was really cool. So I went into it and okay, so I don't have enough stuff. All right, that's fine. Optimized. Optimize. I think we'll keep that crit hit chance. We'll just max it out. And we'll optimize this one. But so I went into the stream of a person who was streaming. And I like to go in, I don't know, I like to see what other people are doing, especially with this game. But I hate to go in there and like tell people what to do, right? Oh, let's see. We need what? That. Because everybody's different, right? And I don't know what people I don't want to come in and act like I know it all, right? But I also don't want to see people waste their resources. And so I went in there and this person was taking all their gear and just throwing it away, right? Like selling it all. And I'm like, I was like, can I make a suggestion? And they're like, yeah, whatever you want to do. And I said, all right, do not sell your stuff, right? Until you get, okay, so I need that to optimize. I said until you get your, I called it tinkering station at first, but until you get your bench completely upgraded and you get all your stuff unlocked, don't sell anything, right? Trash it. Put it all in your library so that you can re-roll stuff. You can, and I tried to explain, like, if you go to the tinkering station, take everything that you marked as junk and put it in there. Put it in, and so they went on into it, and they realized that. And I'm like, the biggest thing, and my biggest problem, and what I do wrong, is depending how many items you have expertise in, depends on how high this level is, right? So out of 200 pieces to get to, I think it's level 13, I need 200 pieces, and I have 133, I guess. So I'm 148 proficient. So I have to basically max all these out. So I'm 19 of 13 here. I'm 18 of 51. I'm 15 for 30. So I have to get proficient in all these to get this level up, so that I can build my proficiency level, so that I can build better gear. And the last time they played this game, there wasn't this bench. So they had no idea about it. So they couldn't do anything. They had no idea. So they were just throwing materials away. And I don't know. I honestly don't know how long it had been since they had played the game. Okay, so that, because they didn't have they had a 5-piece build, 5-piece green. So in the Division first game, you had the ability to run a 6-piece classified. And by running a 6-piece classified, you get all the bonuses. So with these, you only get a 4-piece. You only need 4 pieces. So if you're running a 5th piece, you're kind of wasting that 5th slot. You are better off to run something. I remember what I need. Oh, that one's fully optimized. Wasn't that? So you're better off to run a couple different pieces.
Agent in need of backup.
So they were running 5-piece. I think it was Eclipse Protocol. They were running a turret and a drone. So 2 things that don't really do status effects other than possibly bleed. And I was like, I'm like, all right, I said enough with the tinkering station. I'm not going to get in there and just kind of, be the know-it-all. I don't want to do that. That's not the person I am. But I don't want to see people struggling. I want to help them out. So I went in this morning to their do that stream because I couldn't stay up late enough to see what they were doing. So I wanted to go back and see how they made out in the mission because they were doing the Rat King mission. And that in itself is hard enough. So I went back to watch, and they did well. They did they did really good. I mean, they were planning on a normal, but they had a lot of stuff going on, right? So right now with this build that I have, and I'm only playing around. I want to try something. So I have the Ninja bike, which makes this a 4-piece. I don't know what the difference is in the backpack. I don't have the backpack. That's why I went with that. Okay, so with this and the Ninja bike, I have all this. So I'm running the Huntsman because I want to get it proficient. And the only way to get it proficient is to use it. And I have the Oro because I want to get that proficient as well. Matter of fact, I want to tune that up. So I want to get that proficient as well. All right, so let's go get some of that. Can optimize it. But I went back into their stream today, and I just said to them, it's like, I don't want to be a know-it-all. I said, but get rid of one piece of clips and put on something that lengthens your status effects or your area of effect. I think they had a Vile Mask on. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look. But I said to add to that, and then to me, it's okay to run a drone because a drone is a very good distraction and helps buy you time when you need to get out of trouble. But I said you should really be running a Stinger Hive at least. Because with a Stinger Hive, you'll put bleed on people and it will spread it. That's all I really said. So they said it had been 2 years or so. Okay. They said it had been 2 years since they've played the game. And I was trying to remember like when did that crap come into effect? I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. So it's possible they didn't know anything about it, which is perfectly fine. So I basically, hopefully, they read it and make it work. Because I really don't. I don't like going into streams and watching people struggle, but I also don't want to go in and act like I know it all. Because I don't. I don't have the best builds. I've tweaked them a little bit, but not enough to, kind of stand on my own, so to speak. All right, so what do I have here? I can't upgrade this. I am missing this stuff. I think I need something else. So what do I have? So I have this with armor on kill, which is okay. It's not great, but it's something. I have this with headshot damage. It's not great, but it's fine. This doesn't have a mod slot. Sorry. Critical hit damage on this one. Critical hit damage on that one. And armor regen, which is good. And then I could swap this one out. But with the Ninja, I have critical hit damage, which I could swap this out. And I have explosives damage. So if I was going to swap this out, I'd have to find something completely different. I'd have to find something completely different. And then in this one, I have damage to armor and weapon damage. So I could do a damage to health. Super Sombra is pretty good though. Crit hit damage is kind of what I was going for. It is somewhat optimized. So can I upgrade the armor on my ninja bike? 2%. Oh, that's 1% armor. Okay. But I do have that armor. That's pretty good. But we'll bring this up to 12. That's as high as I can go. So it's not going to be a super exciting stream, but I don't know. I just had this thought after watching them. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play around my own build and figure something out. It's not. I mean, it is overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming with this game. Min-maxing all your shit, you know. And then you run out there and get killed by a red bar. That's the funniest thing. What else do I have on that I can upgrade? So I can do this one. I'm trying to think what else I have it with. I don't want to recalibrate. Close. Sombra. It wasn't close, was it? Yeah, it was. Oh. Oh. Go down here to the name stuff. I really wish you could select the number you want and just run it. You know what I mean? Like type in 12 and then it just does it. It's holding the space bar. You probably don't have to do this. You're probably supposed to do this as you go, so it's not a big deal. But. I don't really care about explosive damage though. But that's okay. We'll run it up. They made it easier by screwing up their watch. I feel like they screwed up their watch. There's that. And then yeah, okay. Walker. It's interesting how it doesn't show up there. For Harris. You can hold down the button, I guess that helps. No, you can't. Okay. You have to just push it real quick. Okay. Watch it crash. So I did change one of my stream settings. I went from what I had last night to bilinear, which I noticed as I did it, it said bilinear may be blurry with scaling, and I am scaling. So there's that. All right. So let's save this, right? Let's create new and save. All right. Well, I suck as it is. Let's go see. What are we gonna do? Oh, I don't like those. Let's see, let's go here. See if a boss is up there. I need to get the cards.
Yep.
So let's go up there. If we get the cards. I do that every time. See if we have any cards. See if there's a boss there to get a card from. I really don't like those things, especially with a build that I don't think I'm going to survive. It's called learning. It's going to run me right by it. So I didn't know what it was. Let's see if there's a boss over here first. Double Dewey right there. All right.
Supply drop claimed.
That's what I was right up.
Trauma detected. Incoming hostiles detected. Detecting
I knew that was gonna happen.
detected. Agent out of action. Immediate medical assistance needed.
I hate those.
Vital signs 0.
I hate those. I don't want to call for backup, but I will. Because it'll help somebody else. It might help somebody else.
Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles. You are now group leader.
Alright, Nervous Energy.
Another agent has joined your group.
I think I've played with him before. I feel like I've played with him before. Here he is. Oh. Okay.
Hostiles are opening a supply drop. Backup arrived. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Nah, this. Where did he go?
Agent down.
I don't know why he ran right into them like that. That doesn't make any sense. Well, he ran right into him like that, but he did. So, all right, the Aurora Borealis needs to work. What are you doing? Oh, who the hell? Yep, come on.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
We lose them all? Oh, there's still one over here. Still one over here. This should trigger somebody.
Supply drop claimed. All crates are now empty. Supply drop successful.
Where'd he go? Ah, he's gonna do the hunter. I think he's gonna do a hunter. Mechanic on him. Oh. He's gonna do a hunter.
Friendly control point detected.
Alright, so we'll save this one for another day. Run this one. Okay, so he's only got 2 left then. He's got this one, which is a pain in the ass for me. And then he's got the Necros one. Okay. Those are 2 quick ones. See if they show it for him. That's right. I was trying to reload my Oro. I forgot. Boss here? Yeah, cool.
Guarded by hostiles.
Oh, damn.
Hostile
Needed that card.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Hey, Patrick. Let me know if it's better or worse. I feel like it's probably worse. Because the setting that I changed said that if you switch to bilinear, it will be blurry if it downsizes. And I'm looking at my streams right now, and they're not moving. So it's going all right. I was working on a new build, and then this guy here wanted some help with the hunter, so I figured I'd help him for a little bit. But let me know how the stream looks, because like I said, I made one little change to see. Yeah, go ahead. Because if yesterday's is better, then that's the way I gotta go. Oh, I went all the way around for nothing, I guess. So I switched it to, it's called bilinear. Oops, sorry. Missed the turn. Nope.
Is it already new? Explain. I feel a bit peckish.
Yeah.
Almost got everything.
Go on, you got this.
Detected from the control point in proximity.
It is a total pain, though. This hunter mask is a pain in the ass. 'Cause every time you want to do it, you gotta fight the same area. My assumption is it's gonna be blurry. I'm thinking it's gonna be blurry. It won't be as crisp as yesterday's. It does look the same. All right, that's perfectly fine. So it's funny because I was actually looking. I bought an encoder card. It's a box basically. But because I use a USB microphone, it doesn't work. I can't use that encoder card with it. So because of that, I'd have to switch to something different. I'd have to switch to a oh, what do you call it? The an XLR, I think it is. I'd have to switch to an XLR mic or something like that.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
So I don't want to do that. But I was looking online, and there's an actual card that you can plug into the PC. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work for PCs. So you can plug that into your PC, and then you can connect, like, I can connect my Switch to it, or an Xbox or stuff like that. But I could connect a PC to it as well, but it can't be the PC that you're playing on, which I think is kind of dumb. Oh, it's still not here. And sound and everything passes through the onboard one. So what I've been
Friendly control point nearby.
what I've been thinking about doing is I have my son's old computer, and I'm tempted to buy one of those cards and just put it in my son's computer, and then just run this into that. Or just buy a bigger video card. Being it's pretty good now, a bigger video card will just help it. So, because I flip-flop from 1800 kilobytes per second to 2000 kilobytes per second. So I set my minimum at 17 and I set my maximum at 25, I think. So we'll see. This year, that's my plan, is to upgrade my graphics card in December. Because I've heard it's a mess to do a dual stream PC is kind of a mess. So there. I don't know. It figures that he's stuck on the same bugged out thing as the others. Should turn my air conditioner on. Holy crap. So we're getting a heat wave. Yeah. So we today, well, it's weird because like Sunday was 60 degrees and sunny for 15 minutes, then black clouds for half an hour, then sun again for 15 minutes, then black clouds for like another half hour.
Hostiles guarding location.
It's pretty dumb. So then and today it was like 60s or something to that effect. And then Sunday it's supposed to rain.
Funny how we're the guards now.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Ah, damn it. Can't see nothing.
Agent down. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Damn you!
The boss. Nice job.
Access key detected.
He's got a big gun. What I need. So he's looking for propane barrels, but they're not here. So. Yeah, this is going to be one of those summers. I feel like. It's like every 4 years we get like a super shitty summer with like a ton of rain and everything. These should be here. They're not here, but this is where they would be. It would be down there. You're not looking forward to summer? Is that because you have like the ridiculous summers? Like my buddy in Arizona is like, oh, we get it. Because we have a dry heat. I don't care. It's still heat. My wife wants to live wherever it's 70 degrees year round. Yeah, 112? Nah. Not interested. I'm not interested in 112. I don't want to do that. Don't want to fight. Although I do need another bounty. Yeah, my wife has mentioned that a few times. I want to live at 70 degrees. I'm like, that's what, San Diego? San Diego's always 70 degrees. That's why pretty much everybody lives there. I don't want to live in any big cities. I like little towns. 80 degrees? Yeah. Yeah, I could go with 80 degrees. Yeah, I'm sure. I would love to live, like, my wife laughs because I've been looking at, like, there's a realtor, there's two realtors that I watch a lot. One of them's in Maine, like the northern, like, Maine area where there's, like, nobody. And he's always showing houses that are, like, extremely cheap. Dude.
Agent needs assistance.
Glass cannon?
Detected. From the control point in proximity. Incoming hostiles detected.
But,
Supply drop claimed. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Incoming hostiles detected. Supply drop claimed. Serious trauma detected.
I don't know what that does.
Hostiles now opening a supply drop. Agent down. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Supply drop.
He down? Oh, he just fast traveled. That doesn't work.
Hostiles detected. Supply drop claimed. Supply drop claimed. All crates are now empty.
Yeah, Maine's
Supplies dropped successfully.
northern Maine is cheap, but there's nothing. There's nothing there. But I have a friend that lives in Wyoming, and he lives in like a town in Wyoming, which is a lot like the town I live in. So I thought it would be cool. Something like that, right? I mean, honestly, I would love a farm. But I couldn't raise like beef cows and that kind of stuff. I could do chickens and eggs and that kind of thing. I could do those. But I used to work on a farm where they had small milk cow, like a small milk cow farm. And he used to do turkeys every year. So he would do And he got really attached to his cows. So he would leave for the day and he'd hire a butcher and my cousin. So my cousin would come in, he'd shoot the cow, and it was always like they would put straps around it and hang, to hold it up. And then he would they'd make sure that it only took one shot, so it wasn't really like a suffering thing.
Friendly control point nearby.
And but he'd only do like a select few, like he'd do his older ones and stuff, and then he'd always get calves to replace them. And then every year he raised turkeys, and he'd invite all of his help to come, and everybody'd get a turkey. So but I don't know. I would not mind living in a place where I couldn't see other houses and big fields, right? Like I would love to sit on a tractor, do hay, you know what I mean? Plant crops. I'm not a morning person, but I think just sitting there I just feel like the quiet, you know what I mean, of the wide open area would be really cool.
I don't know if people forgot. Detected. Neighborhood location guarded by hostiles. The first people to put on the uniform and get to work, they were sanitation workers, first responders, government employees, the bottom of the social ladder, making it possible for all the
Oh, that sucks.
their ivory towers, like everyone's favorite road engineering,
You're gonna.
high-rise lives in comfort and got to work and were willing to get their hands dirty to make sure. Access key detected. Progress halted. Manual override required.
Yeah,
Progress resumed.
I would. I would love. Right, like solar panels. Solar panels and a satellite dish for internet.
Override required. Hostiles regarding location nearby.
Please be careful out there. We're getting reports of increasing hostile activity in the region.
Big flower farm, yeah.
Group. And take a guard with you if you are going to wander far from the bridge.
That's cool. He just killed that, and I got credit for it.
Looking for a little rest and relaxation, visit the bridge. We've got shade sails and lots of fresh food and water. Take a load off. Play some games, watch an old movie, read a book, or just do nothing but lay in the grass and listen to the birds.
Oh, he walked right into that. I feel like I could shoot right through him now. We never used to be able to.
Access key detected.
I don't know. I don't live near. I mean, I live on the. I don't want to say the outskirts, but I live out in the country. I feel it's the country. Like I'm 20 minutes from town, from a couple different towns. You know, just far enough where if I want something, I have to drive a little ways to get it. But I mean, we don't have any company. We don't, you know, if somebody comes up my driveway, they're usually there by accident. I don't get visitors. don't know if I've been all the way over here. I don't know. I would just like to get up every morning knowing what I'm going to do is for me and not for other people. You know, I kind of realized that this week. Like I lettered up a car for somebody. All right. Go do it. Good luck on it. Is there another way?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Oh, Jesus.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Hostiles detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Civilians in danger.
Not really getting anything too important. Just didn't really expect to. Wow. Game's starting to lag a little. I don't know. Oops. What do I have?
You are no longer in a group.
I am no longer in a group. Farming stuff. I don't need any negotiator's dilemma. Don't need any of that either. More. I don't really know what to do with that. I get them all the time, and I don't know if I really want them. Probably shouldn't really hang out here either because they respawn so fast. It's my biggest problem with this map. They respawn so fast. Gotta head caches. I don't know what to do with those. Let's go back to here. Gotta find a dog. So actually, make sure. Okay, I don't have anything there. Do one thing. That is sad. Super sad. Hey. Kind of feel like that's all the same stuff. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I don't know why swap speed would be such a big deal. Not really sure. Okay, anything? No. There you go. 3 things added. All right, so I'm getting there. 7 more. Hmm. Complete Potomac Event Center and Capitol Hill Stronghold. And a bounty. So I have 3 things right there that I could easily do Reward a passive modifier. Oh no shit. Yeah. I don't feel like doing any strongholds. They take forever. Alright. I am going to look for the dog that you can pat here. So I watched a short that Hello made. She patted a dog. And I was pissed because there was a dog somewhere and you couldn't pat it. I don't know where he was. And I saw that she had a dog that she patted. I have no idea what that sound was. I'm like, I am going to find the dog. Can't tell if they're still alive or not. I'm wondering actually if the dog is in another safe house. Oh, today. Today is Tuesday. Okay, so I need receiver components. You only get from breaking down guns. Oh. Is there a dog in here? I don't know what this means. Severe threat alert. There's no dog here. That's the Rat King. But you finish the mission, you knock her down. And then she completely vanishes, so you don't know where the hell she is. There's the masks. Man. My ear itches. Don't know why. I do not know why. So I don't know where the hell that dog is. Do not know why. I don't know, we'll walk around. Grab loot. Need weapons. Ooh, look at that thing. It's gonna be junk though. Can't help it.
Damn it. These shoes are wearing out.
Yeah.
Another one of them things. Oh, wow. 3 rushers? Here we go. Got help. Oh, that sucked. I got caught on that. Jesus. NPC's helping. Don't care about the spare mag. I mean,
Found the hostile.
what?
Oh shit! See you. I gotta move.
Incoming hostiles detected.
But I ain't dead yet.
Supply drop detected.
Damn van.
Stop them. Over there, I see him. Take the shot.
Hostiles are opening a supply drop.
Don't worry, I got you. Got you covered. Using the shield.
Another bad guy somewhere?
Taking the shot.
Push from behind.
Friendly supply convoy.
I have to talk to them.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Have to reload.
And this guy's gonna start it. I am going to finish it.
Supply drop. Hostiles are opening a supply drop. Incoming hostiles detected. Vital signs critical. Hostiles are opening a supply drop.
Oh well.
Supply drop claimed. All crates are now empty. Supply drop successful. Additional hostile contacts.
We're taking them up. Cover me. Reloading.
Oh, we're at the okay. Ooh. Didn't see that, whatever that was. Oh. Okay. We're at the police station. I did not realize that at the time. I didn't realize that. This is the very first mission that you come to in the game. I don't know who's fighting who. Cool. Ooh, you jumped down? I didn't know. Let's see who's fighting who and help out. Oh, you won't. Oh, Elite Patrol. Oh, shit. What be involved with that? Get rid of it first.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Had to run out now. Now it's our turn.
Let's go back to the police station.
We did it. We got through.
You didn't get to explore this place. Like, you basically just ran through it. Well, this stuff was. I was wondering if there was like a secret room. Something. Oh, it's dark in here now. Hmm. Not too bad you can only play this mission once. I don't want to go outside yet. You're back. So have you've been applying for a lot of different jobs? Wow, right back. Okay. Alright, so it leads right back to here. Oh, definitely. Definitely have to try. The job you don't get is the one you don't apply for. Right?
Agent requesting backup. Accepting backup request.
See if it'll still be there. Nope. Oh, I hope they fix that. Yeah. Yeah, I bet it is. Because the other problem you have is, so a friend of mine in Colorado, he was struggling because he couldn't get a job. And part of the problem he was having was because the remote was so common now. He was trying to get, you know, a couple different positions, and he couldn't get one. Okay, so there's the front door. So how did I just get out the back? So he said that he was having a hard time getting a job because, oh, right here. Oh, it's not right here. He was getting beat out by a bunch of remote stuff. Here it is. Think. Yeah, all right. So every time, you know, you'd think you had a good job or whatever, or you'd have a line on a job, you'd end up getting beat out. Due to remote stuff. Oh, all right. Here's where. Okay. Yeah. And the other thing too that you got is computer jobs are more remote. So this right here is where it all began. Yeah, this is where it all began right here. Oh yeah, I know. Well, it's like our Best Buy. If I go, like, if I was to go to our Best Buy tomorrow, there must be, they're overstaffed and nobody's worth anything. Like, nobody's doing anything. But yeah, so this is where it all began. This is the plane that you board, or yeah, the plane that you board, or chopper, I guess, that gets shot down. This is where you crash. And this is where Fei Lao saves your life. So once I get all the cards, once I get all Danvers cards and stuff, I'll unlock something here. that I can there'll be an echo, which is pretty cool. I hadn't been over here yet, so I wanted to check it out. I don't think I have anyways. I have not been over here yet. I actually unlocked a piece of the map. But oh. I feel like there's a reason. Hmm. There's a door there for a reason. Wonder what the reason is. Can't get up on that. Yeah, I get aggravated when I go into Best Buy. I see like a bunch of kids just standing around. And I see people my age working. I was doing something one day, and this kid helped me out. And there was a group of like 8 of them. They were all standing around. And I went to the counter. And I said, I want to give props to this kid. And I said his name. I said, he went above and beyond, helped me out, you know, all this stuff. I said, but you should really take a look. Take a walk over there. The loot goblin. Yeah, the loot goblin. He didn't leave me nothing. And they just kind of shrugged it off. Made no sense. My wife had a friend, her son, probably in his 30s. He went to Home Depot, got a job there.
Friendly control point detected.
And no, they didn't. And so he got a job at a Home Depot. But he started like, you know, like telling kids to do stuff. You know? Hey, if you're not doing anything, you know, why don't you do this, or why don't you, you know, go help this guy do this, whatever. And they were irritated with him. They told him that, you know, that's not his job or whatever. And that he worked to be a manager. And he sent a kid home.
Supply drop nearby.
Not doing a supply drop. I was actually looking for, and I didn't think about that. I was looking for tent or parachutes hanging. Parachutes usually, if they're hanging, they have a thing. But he sent this kid home. There was two kids. It's comical actually. There was two kids, and they were hanging out in the parking lot. And they said they went out to gather carts. So they went out. They went out in the parking lot, and goofed off. Okay. And he saw him. So he sent him home. And the manager or somebody walked by and they'd say, have you seen this person and this person? He goes, yeah. He goes, they're playing out in the yard. He goes, so I sent them home. And he's like, you do realize we have to pay them, just even though you sent them home? He goes, why would we pay them? They're part-time. And it's some new thing now that they have to pay or something. Because I tell my wife all the time that I'm gonna go get a part-time job somewhere and just kind of enjoy myself. Hey, Vicious. How you doing, buddy? And she's like, I don't think you're gonna like it. Because I don't think you're gonna... Because you've been in the same company for too long. And you're not gonna like it. I said, you may be right. I said, but I have the ability to not care if I get fired. Looking for part-time. It's too bad. Right? Like if I was the manager at Best Buy, and that's what I told the lady, the girl that was working there. Sorry. If I was the manager of Best Buy, I would have walked back there. I would have fired the 8 guys that were standing around. And I would have taken that kid that helped me. And I would have hired him full time. He would have been working 40 hours a week. I don't know why. Nice, systems username. I don't know why we tolerate that. Oh, Vicious. I will say it's worth the $15. And if you like the first division, there are some, I don't want to say too much, but there's some pretty cool stuff in it. There really is. The missions don't really spoil anything. There's one mission that has a spoiler, and if you watch the trailer, it's already been spoiled because they ruined that. The trailer pissed me off because the trailer ruined the one thing I was excited about. A dish. Oh, I know. I know. So it's smaller than Woney. I feel like it's better than Woney, but it's made by the same people that made Woney, so like the map is small and everything respawns really quick. So it's almost like an MMO, right? Like all the bad guys, all the NPCs and stuff, and everything spawns like really fast. Like if you clear out something, if you clear out, let's say you do a control point, not a control point, but yeah, okay. So if you like running a skill build, you're screwed because like Woney, everything comes to you. So the other night I was doing a control point. I had a elite convoy coming in, an elite guard thing walking by, and there was a hostage situation just a little ways away from me, and everything came into that control point to the point where I called for help. Somebody came in and was overwhelmed by how much shit was going on. But it's just the nature of the game. I had a turret and a drone, and the turret was like bringing everything in. It was dumb, but the thing is, like you'll clear an enemy territory or whatever, and if you sit there too long going through your stuff, you're gonna end up getting spawned on by the next thing. So the drama with Kamikaze Von Doom, it's his own fault. He brought it on himself. So being that he's in the service and stuff, I used to have a ton of respect for him, but he's kind of I don't know, it's disappointing. But somebody asked him how come he didn't get invited to the thing. And he basically said that he didn't go because all the people that did go were fake streamers. Like they faked their numbers, they boosted their own numbers, stuff like that. So yeah, we don't have master difficulty on global. We have, so after every season, there's a master mission. There's a master mission after every season. That's it. It's still, heroic is still the highest. But the control points are harder because there's a new mechanic. But it's everything that they talked about. I don't know if you watched the trailer at all or if you watched their live stream, but they built something up way higher than it really is. But I've enjoyed it. There's eight new hunter masks, and the puzzles for the hunter masks are not ridiculous. Yeah, they're not too ridiculous. To find them is not too bad. I got all 8 of them. I soloed most of them. But the hunters are still the hunters. They're still pretty tough. But yeah. No, it's disappointing that all that drama stuff's going on in this game. There's no need of it. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because a while back he posted another video, and that's when I stopped, because I used to follow him. I used to follow him, and I used to watch a lot of his stuff. I liked what he did. For a while, I was a fan. And then he made a video, and like I'm not a nothing but skills fan. I'm okay. I'll give him some respect, but I'm not a fan of his. Like his gut. Like I'm not a fan of any of those guys that talk about how this is the greatest build, right? Because a lot of them use the mule, which you can't do now, which is nice, right? Where they would create a character. They create a character, they boost it to 40, and then they take all the resources and use it on their main character. So the other day he showed a build, and he's like, "Oh, it'll melt everything." And when you looked at it, he had everything was maxed out on expertise up to 28. So all of his guns did 28% more damage. All of his armor was 20%, stronger, 28% stronger. It's like, I'm sorry, but in order for you to have your builds that much, your SHD's got to be huge, right? It's like, I don't know. I just and all of his things are like gotchas. Even Identity, like I was a big Identity fan as well, and I'm waiting for his game to come out, but I get sick of this build melts everything, or this is the best, solo PvP build. It's like, how do you really know? It's like that when it comes to builds though, and like the min-max stuff, I watched I forget what his name is. It's DOD something. He's an English dude. He just did a video on Kami. When it comes to builds, that dude, he tells you, like he'll tell you that the Memento backpack is useless and you're better off to run this. And he'll tell you why. And then he'll tell you which one to run, which is really cool. He's got some really neat, pretty cool recommendations. And like I said, this build here, I threw it on today and I started building it. And all I'm trying to do is just get the expertise levels up on all this stuff. Because I've maxed out my expertise here. So there's the Huntsman there. So I've been using it today to just get more stuff. Same with the Avaros. I was using that too. Right here. Just to build it up. So I can start really adding to it. Because 12 is the highest I can go right now. So that's kind of how you build this up. You put on you use something. You either use something or you break something down. So anyways. Yeah. Oh, I know. That's one thing you can't attack NGN for anything. It's actually not a hunter outfit. It's a black tusk outfit. Or white tusk. But I had some extra credits and it looked like a Helldivers outfit. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'm going to use it. In the store, oh, there's a new scout. Oh, I didn't realize that. I forgot about that. Okay. So 10. I got to bring 10 things to the... Okay. I'll have to do that tomorrow. Do I have enough stuff to do this one? No, I'll do that one tomorrow too. I know it does. Well, it's a hunter mask. It's one of the new hunter masks. It's my favorite one, actually. With crazy price too? It was, but I had it. That's why the DLC is $15. That's as much as it should be. I made a mistake in buying the $25 one, and I regretted it afterwards. Because the other thing you get isn't any good. Yeah. They do have, wrong button. I didn't want to show you the map. They do have they have a Kajika suit. And they have this one, the death roll. I hate the fact that you can't spin it around. But yeah, 15, ridiculous. For all that, that's a lot. That's an absolute lot right there. So 3,000, right? So let's just say, so that is $20. 20. Well, no, it's not even $20. It's more than $20. Yeah, so that's one thing they should do. I forgot what country it is. There's a country out there that they don't let them do that, right? Like in order for you to buy it, like me, I could buy it, but in order for you to buy it, you'd have to spend the $20. Then you'd have to spend another $10. You'd have to spend $30, and then you're gonna end up with credits left over. I ain't doing that. The other thing they did this year, which I've never noticed before, is the season pass has actual credits. Oh yeah. So 32, I am with you on that one. But I'm also kind of thinking that there's more to it. And they just didn't say it. Right? Like, and just so you know, Vicious, that you will finish the story in 3 to 4 hours. Even if you just casually play. It was like I think it was like 3.5 hours. I beat the story. And the worst part is the new radio, Anna, she bitches at you the whole time you're going through the mission. And they rush you through every single mission. The 2 coolest missions, you only get to do them once. Which was disappointing. But yeah, so I spent 3.5 hours. I did all the missions. I went back. I joined somebody on the first run. I got the whatever it's called, Carthesis or whatever. Catharus. No, actually it's not this one. It's the other one. But I got the new exotic on the first run, and I have friends that are probably 15 to 20 runs in, they still haven't got it. And then I went through and did all the hunter masks. And the only hunter mask that is bad is there's a Craven mask where there's propane tanks all over the place. And you got to find those, and they never show up. And nobody's guide tells you that you have to basically go to the ferry first. You have to go to that place first, and then the tanks may show up. Yeah, the Army Terminal mission is pretty cool. The only thing I really wish about that, though, is the mission was in the dark. Kind of blows it when it's daylight, and then the cutscene's in dark. But yeah, but that's what I mean. I feel like there's more. I feel like there's something else that's gonna take place. I just don't feel that we've, I don't feel that that's it. I feel like there's more. Whether there's a there's like another incursion or something. There's something else. Like if you go over here, there's a red tunnel. There's a tunnel and there's a door with a red light on it. And I wonder what that is. But the other thing too, Vicious, is they have a special gun that if you answer the call and you every day and you build up your shepherd, you get this gun at the end of it. But it's broken. So people are calling for help. And sometimes it doesn't show up. Sometimes it shows you in out of bounds area. If they're on an off-site area, it doesn't show at all. So a lot of people are having trouble getting their shepherds. I've probably answered in the last week. I've probably answered like 23 calls, 25 calls, and not a single time have I ever actually been able to join. Other people have joined me though. Yeah. There's always new gear. There's too much gear. That's why I don't prefer this game over the first one. It's too easy to make a build in this game. There's no grinding. I mean, if you're going for a specific piece, there's grinding. But as far as like to put a build together, there really isn't any grinding. That's why I enjoy the first one so much better. Yeah, I'm kind of with you in a way, but I'm a huge fan of 1, and I like this game. But I prefer 1. That's probably my biggest disappointment with this update is that we didn't go back to the snow. They had an opportunity to bring back more nostalgia, and they chose not to. We could have came back to snow, and we didn't. So, but I'm wondering if there's an incursion or something. I think there's more. I think $15 is a lot for what we did. And granted, Ubisoft is pretty money hungry anyways, but I still think there's more. I don't think it was done yet. Maybe that's it. I don't know. So, but anyways, that's it for me. I gotta go to bed. Yeah. It does, and the story's different. I don't know. I expected a few different things. I mean, DC is my favorite map. I really enjoy the DC map. I hardly ever play Warlords. Like I played Warlords. I beat all the bosses. I think I did most of the missions 10 times just to get the thing. I think I got to do Tombs maybe 3 more times. I can't remember. But I don't enjoy those missions. They're too long. And I don't enjoy the New York map. But I don't enjoy this map so much either. There's just everything's so condensed. It's just not really my favorite. So, yeah, it was cool seeing you again, Vicious. Thanks for coming in. But I don't know. There's just you attract too much stuff. I don't know how many times in New York and even this game, even in this map, that I've cleared out like several things all at once, right? Like I've killed a resource convoy. I've killed an elite patrol. I killed a hostage situation, and I think I cleared out whatever the control point, and I just went around afterwards and collected everything because there was so much shit going on. Now I haven't played Clair Obscura yet, so basically I'm gonna take next week off because I have some. My wife's coming back from a 2-week long vacation with her aunt. My score, probably 6. I'm a 6 out of 10. I mean, the entire Division 2 game, I'm probably a 7.5 out of 10, to be honest with you. Like roads, all the NPCs from the first game. You spent the whole first game getting to know them, getting to interact with them, and then they bring them to this game and they do nothing. Like, I was so excited. I was pissed because of the spoiler that I got at the very beginning, but I was excited to get that NPC back that I've been kind of missing, that attitude and stuff, but only to interact with them for like 5 minutes. That just sucks. So I'm a 6 out of 10 out of this expansion, but I'm also probably a 7.5 out of 10 out of the whole game. So, but yeah, Vicious. I have a ceremony thing that's going on next week, and I got a lot of work to do around my parents' house and stuff to get things cleaned up. And my wife's coming back from a vacation, so next week I'm not going to probably do any streaming for the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then the following week, I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna take I'm gonna play Windblown with Patch for probably 3 days or whatever. Yeah, it's hard for me when you talk about the story. It's tough for me because this story died for me when the Black Tusk came. When the Black Tusk come, it just completely tanked the story for me. Right, like the Division 1 had a really cool story, and then with the True Sons, I thought was good. I really wish they would have held the Black Tusk until Division 3. I feel like the Black Tusks were too soon, and I don't feel like the Black Tusks are hard content when it's just grenade spams, and drone strikes and electric dogs that can climb up walls. I don't know. But yeah, the story kind of died for me when Black Tusk came along. So, and and killing Fei Lao really confused me as well. Could do that, Vicious. Windblown Wednesdays. Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, I think Descent is the stupidest thing I've ever played. Right? I was so excited when Descent came because I'm like, with Descent, you start off with nothing and you work your way up. I'm like, oh, that's like a survival. But then I realized that you're not making a build. You're just, so it's like they tried to do a roguelite, and it's just too repetitive, and it's just too, I don't know, I'm bored with it, right? Like I'll play Summit, but I get bored with Summit, where I can literally spend like all night I could spend all night running through underground. Yeah, Vicious. Well, but the thing is, though, when the first division was made, the guy that played Isaac was in a sitcom with oh, what's her name from The Office? She married Jim. Pam. The lady that made Pam, her and the voice of Isaac were in a sitcom together during the first division. So, and I can't stand Anna. Anna just, I don't know, something about Anna. It's on a Rookie show. It is a big show. Yeah, that could be why. It could be. It could be why. But still, I mean, they could have kept her and just did what they did with these other guys, and just stuck them behind desks, so you could at least go and look at, you know. The cool thing, Vicious, is if you played the first division, there's some cool throwbacks that are really good. I mean, those to me are what's worth it. Like, I went earlier and I visited the airplane that Fei Lao pulled you from. It's just sitting there. I think that's really cool. And you go back to the police station, which is pretty cool. So there's that. There are some cool little things. And I like fighting. I think the cleaners are my favorite faction to fight anyways. Oh, you just finished Div 1? Yeah, cool. It's cool. My son and I did a 12-hour stream with it. I started up a new character. Him and I started up a new character, and we went for 12 hours. It's tough because that's my all-time favorite game. So it set, to me, it's kind of like the first Assassin's Creed, right? It set a high bar, and it's almost, to me, it's almost impossible, right? Like, I play on mouse and keyboard, but my character runs like he's on a controller. You know, the way he leans, and just, I don't know. Something about it, but yeah, it was last Monday. It was during Memorial Day for my charity stream. We did 12 hours. Well, we did 11 and a half, and I hit my goal, so I was pretty tickled with that. So, all right. Well, it's midnight. 6 o'clock comes pretty early, so I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow, though. I'm probably gonna work on, not that. I'm gonna work on I gotta do my journey. I have to do Capitol Building, Potomac, which is my favorite mission, and then I gotta do one more bounty. And then I could do one descent loop, I guess, if I really wanted to. But I've never done these before, so I thought I'd do them. But I've been working on it a little bit. And then I forget what else I gotta do. It was something else that I had to do, and I can't remember what it was. So, all right. Take care, guys. Have a great night. And I bet. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate the chat. And take care. And feel free to drop a like, drop a sub, hang out. I usually stream from 9:30 to midnight, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, all right, guys. You have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow night.